Period. I'm just going to keep emphasizing that trust. You have to have trust. What you gotta have? Say it. Trust. Okay. Hey my Royal Fam, it's your girl Queendee here and I am back with another video. It's Wisdom Wednesday, so you already know what that means. I'm coming to you with the words of wisdom, advice from my life to yours, to sprinkle a little advice on your days. But yes, it is the last Wednesday of February and this is the only Wednesday that I posted Wisdom Wednesday this month, but we already know what's been going on. So if you didn't watch my update video, make sure you go watch it. It'll be up here. But yes, so it's only right that I come to you on the last Wednesday of the month and just give you something real, okay? So being that February is a month of love, I thought, it's the end of the month, and why not talk about toxic relationships? And you're probably like, really, you just gonna bring our mood about love down like that? But no, for real, toxic relationships are something that definitely need to be talked about because they happen all the time. They're all around us, and who knows, you might be in a toxic relationship and not even realize it. So this is toxic relationships as in girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever floats your boat. That's what I'm talking about with toxic relationships. Now, I will be doing a video about toxic friendships, but that's coming in the future. So we're just talking about toxic relationships today. So yes, that's what we're going to be talking about on this wonderful Wednesday, So if you're interested in hearing what I have to talk about, then keep on watching. But before we get into that, if you're new here and this is your first time seeing my face, hearing about Queendee, hearing about the RoyalFam, hello, I'm Queendee. Make sure you join the RoyalFam. Hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell also so you don't miss out when I post. And follow me on my social media while you're at it. It's always in the front of the video, in the back of the video, and down below, and they'll probably be on the screen right here. So yeah, we about to get into this stuff. So if you're interested in hearing about toxic relationships, then keep on watching. Keep. Okay, so I'm sure we have all been in toxic situations, whether we were the toxic ones or we were the ones experiencing the toxicness. I'm sure we've all been there. We've all done that. We've all experienced it. Now, toxic relationships are something to be aware of and to try to stay clear of because toxic relationships can sometimes kill you. Toxic relationships just aren't good for the soul. They're not good for the mental. They're not good for overall your physical and mental well-being. They're not good for you at all whatsoever. They're not good for you. So I'm going to list off some things and talk about some things. And if more than 5 or 3 of these things, you can say that's happening in your relationship, you might want to take a second thought and look back and just be like, okay, is this good for me? Is this a toxic relationship? Because at the end of the day, you can't force somebody to change. A person has to want to change in order for the change to happen. If they don't want to change for themselves, then they're not going to change just because you're like, okay, if I leave, then I'm going to leave if you don't change these things. You can't force the person to change because they can act like they're going to change. They can, okay, I'll change and just change temporarily, but be right back where they started at the end of the day. So we're just going to get into this. So if you're in a relationship and it's all take and there's no give, so what I mean by all take, like they're constantly taking from you, like you're constantly paying for dinner, you're constantly going to pick them up from work, you're constantly taking them from work, you're constantly cooking dinner, you're constantly doing this and that and this for them, and they're not giving nothing to you. They're not, running your bath water when you come home from a long day of work. They're not, cleaning the kitchen every once in a while, cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the house. They're not cooking for you. They're not taking you out and treating you to dinner and stuff like that. Then that's toxic because a relationship is two-way. It's not one-sided, okay? It's 50-50, okay? If I'm paying a rent or if I'm paying my car, if if I'm buying the groceries, then you can pay the light bill, you know, type of stuff like that. Like, or we can both go in on groceries because you eating it too. Or, you know, we can both, like, this week I'll pay for a date, next week you pay for the date, type stuff like that. Like, it should never be I'm doing all the work and you're just sitting back reaping the benefits. No, it needs to be 50-50. So if it's all take and no give, then it's a little toxic. Next, if you just feel drained, like you wake up, you look at them and you just feel drained, like, dang, you drain the life out of me, you make me just so tired, then something's not right. Because a relationship is supposed to, the person you're in a relationship with is supposed to uplift you. They're supposed to fill you with more happiness. They're supposed to fill you with joy and stuff. And if they're just draining the life out of you and just making you miserable, making you wish, like, why am I even with you? Like, if you're thinking that, then you probably shouldn't be with them. That's toxic. Like, school is draining. If a person is draining you, like work or school, reevaluate. If there is a lack of trust, first of all, if you do not trust somebody, you definitely shouldn't be in a relationship with them. I'm going to say that right off the bat. If there's no trust, there shouldn't be a relationship, because trust is one of the key things to a successful and healthy relationship. You have to have trust. You have to trust each other. So if there's even a second guess where you're like, okay, I don't think I trust you, but you know I'm going to try. No. Any type of lack of trust means that y'all should not be together, period, point blank. Trust is something that has to be there. And it's like, okay, you trust somebody, they do little things to, you know, ruin the trust that y'all have, and y'all try to work back on it. That's fine. But if you realize, like, you know, I can never trust you again, or I just don't trust you, period, y'all don't need to be together. Y'all don't need to associate. Y'all don't need to talk. Period. Because trust is important. Trust is too important to just not have it there in your relationship. Period. I'm just going to keep emphasizing that trust. You have to have trust. What you gotta have? Say it. Trust. Okay. Hostility. Okay? If you ask them a question and they're like, why are you asking me this? Like, what did I do? Type stuff like that. That's hostile. Why are you being hostile? I'm just asking you a question. I'm just asking you to do this for me, or asking you about something. I'm asking you about how your day went and you blowing up on me. You're being hostile. I'm going to need you to back up, and I'm going to need you to calm down, because I'm just trying to get some clarification. I'm just trying to know. And you're just being hostile? What do you mean hostile for? What did I do to you? Now, I know everybody has their bad days and stuff like that, but if it's hostility all the time, 24/7, 365, no. We're not going to do that, because you're not going to be hostile towards me like I did something to you, when I'm just trying to get some clarification. I'm just trying to know. I'm just trying to help you, and I'm just trying to improve things. Don't be hostile. Hostility is really unnecessary. Like, okay. Once again, one-sidedness. Okay. I don't need to be hugging you all the time. Can you hug me sometimes? I don't need to be asking for kisses all the time. Can you just kiss me because you know that I want to kiss, or you want to kiss me? Can you just cuddle me, like, without me asking? Can you, you know, pick me up some food on your way home because you can use the food anyway? Can you just love me? You know, like, I don't need to be like, I'm going to reciprocate what's being given to me. Vice versa, you know? So it's like, if I'm the one giving, why can't you give sometimes? Why do I always have to be the one to give and you're always the one to receive? No. You need to give sometimes, and I need to give sometimes. And I'm going to receive sometimes, and you're going to receive sometimes. This is not a one-sided thing. No, it should never be one-sided. It should be both-sided, you know? Because it's a relationship. There's two people. So there should be two sides, two inputs, two gives, two takes. Not one-sided. Because that's not going to work. That's going to work maybe a month or two, maybe a year if you're good and you're okay with that, maybe a year. But eventually you're going to be like, I'm over this. What is this? Because somebody going to give me something, you know? So you're just going to be over it. Eventually you're going to be fed up and you're like, I'm done. Gotta go. Bye-bye. So you might as well nip it in the bud before it even gets too deep. One-sidedness, gotta go. Okay. Next. If your significant other is always judging you, even for the little things, that's not good. Why are you judging me? Why are you judging me? You're supposed to be lifting me up, not putting me down, not making me feel bad for my decisions. Judging you about your weight, judging you because you wore that outfit, judging you because you still, judging you because you're going to school and you're not at home with them all the time, judging you because you got a job, judging you because you still talk to your parents, judging you because you just hang with this person, hang with that person, judge. Why are you judging me? You are not God. Do not judge me. You do not need to be judging me. Your input is okay here and there, but you don't need to judge me because at the end of the day, I'm my own person. I'm going to make my own decisions. I don't need you judging me, okay? I don't need you judging me. Because, what is this? What, I'm not judging you. I'm going to tell you what I don't like and what I do like and what I don't think you should be doing. But if you decide to go against what I'm saying, I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm not going to be mad at you for it. I'm going to be like, okay, you making your own decisions. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But I'm not going to judge you, so don't judge me, okay? If the person you with is self-absorbed, a narcissist, obsessed with themselves, something is wrong, okay? If every conversation y'all have got to turn around and it's got to end up being about them, or you did everything wrong and they did everything right, or it's just not how I like it, it's not how they like it, so it's a problem. That's a problem, okay? Because no, self-absorbed, no. Conceited is okay. You can be all about yourself and love yourself and care about yourself that much, but you're not going to make this relationship just about you. That's what you're not going to do. That's what you're not going to do because it's about us. Like I said, it's two people. This is not you're not in a relationship with yourself. You're in a relationship with me. It's two of us. Okay, so everything's not about you. Everything's not going to be about you, okay? If I'm having a problem, listen to my problems. Don't make it a conversation about you, okay? Because that's not, we're not doing that. That's toxic. We're not doing that because, first of all, listen to me. Listen to my problems for once. Like, I don't need you to be like, oh, you had a bad day at work. Oh, well, I did too. This happened. Well, if you would have listened to what I said, blah, 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 blah. No, just let me talk. Just let me talk. Next. This one right here, this next one, big. Negative energy, okay? If they walk into the room, you just feel like your whole mood change, their presence just makes you, like, mad and irritated, you should not be with that person. You should not be trying to pursue anything with that person. If they vibe and their energy just makes you mad and irritated and angry, it just makes you want to yell, and it just makes you want to hit somebody, hit something, it's not good. Because energy rubs off. I know y'all heard that when you lay with somebody and they have negative energy or whatever negative things are happening, it comes onto you and you absorb that. That is a very true thing. Energy transfers. And that's why I try to be a positive light, because my energy is going to transfer onto you and it's going to make you positive, right? And if I'm feeling bad, I'm going to avoid people because I don't need my negativeness to come onto you. And I just feel like if you want a relationship with somebody, both of y'all necessarily are not going to both be positive people, but y'all should both have y'all positive attributes, right? So that it's not all negativity all the time. It's not all Debbie Downers all the time. Like, when I'm having my bad days, you lift me up, right? And when you having your bad days, I'm going to lift you up. My positivity is going to be on you. And there's going to be days where y'all both just not feeling it and y'all not having it, and that's okay too. But if this person is negative all the time, negative energy, negative thoughts, negative everything, reevaluate that whole situation, because later on down the line, it's just going to be bad, going to be worse, not going to be good. We don't want that. If there's a lack of communication, that needs to be fixed also. When I say lack of communication, If y'all don't talk all day, and goes for long distance relationships and relationships where y'all living together or y'all just together, like y'all in the same city. If I'm only texting you, okay. I mean, some people just don't like to text. That's fine. Okay, if I'm only calling you or I talk to you once a day, we're not in a relationship at this point. We are friends. Because I'm only talking to you once a day and it's at night? What? No. Communication is key. Just like trust is key, communication is key. Talk to me, communicate with me. If you're having a bad day, let me know. If you at work, let me know. If you can't talk right now, let me know. If you want something more, let me know. Like, just communicate. Do not keep things to yourself. Communication is key. Like, call me sometimes, text me sometimes, FaceTime me sometimes, like, write me a letter, shoot, just communicate with me because I'm not a mind reader, they're not a mind reader, let me know, let them know. Simple. Like, if you don't like something that's happening, let them know. Communication is key, and if there's a lack of communication and y'all just not hitting it on that level, like communication just is not there and it hasn't been there, it's not going to get there. It's not. It's just not. It's going to stay there. You have to start relationships off with communication. You have to start relationships off with trust so that it can build and it can grow. If it's not there from the beginning, it's not ever going to be there. Next one. Disrespect. Now, disrespect. If you're constantly feeling disrespected, being disrespected, let them go. Cut them off. Chip, chip, chop, chop. Gotta go. Gotta go. Why are you being disrespectful? Why are you talking to me like that? Why are you talking to me like I'm a child? Why are you treating me like I'm a child? Why are you treating me like you're my elder? No, no, no. You're not going to be disrespectful to me. You're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to do that. Disrespect is something that we will not be having, period. Disrespect will not be tolerated in any relationship, friendship, relationship, family ship, any of that. Disrespect will not be tolerated. Like, you're not going to disrespect me, talk to me any type of way, push me, put your hands on me. No, none of that. Disrespect will not be tolerated. And if you being disrespected or you feel disrespected, say something like, okay, I didn't like that. That was real disrespectful. Let them know. And if they say, okay, well, I didn't mean it to come off like that, okay. But if they just rush it off like, I'll do it again. You gotta go. Skirt. You tried it. Bye. And if y'all wonder what I'm doing, I'm crossing my list off. Next, if there is no support whatsoever on their end, they gotta go. Simple. Why aren't you supporting my goals? Why aren't you supporting my dreams? Why aren't you supporting my aspirations? Why aren't you being supportive? Help me study for my exam, okay? Support me. I'm gonna support you, so support me. Like, simple. I'm gonna always support my friends, people in my relationship, my family. I'm always going to be supportive. I'm always a supportive friend. So why aren't you I'm always a supportive person. So why aren't you supporting me? As the person I'm in a relationship with, you supposed to support me. You supposed to lift me up, okay? Put me on a pedestal. Let me know that I'm the ish, that I'm that one, and that I'm doing a great job, okay? If I fail my test and I tell you, be like, okay, it's okay. You got it though. Like, you just had a bad day. You got the next one. It's okay. You're gonna come back from this. Don't be like, oh, you should have studied harder. You should have did this. You're gonna fail. No, do not tell me I'm gonna fail. Support me. If there's no support, no, that's not good. That's very toxic. You need support. Period. And if that person's not willing to give you support, if you're like, okay, if you talk to me and like, I just don't feel support in this relationship, I just don't feel supported, and then they just act like they don't care or they act like they're not hearing you, you need to let them know. Same like for anything that I'm saying, if you talk to them about it and you're like, okay, like this is something that has to stop or this is something that needs to start happening, and they're not willing to change it or they're not making any change, you need to let them go immediately because they're not healthy for you. Like, at the end of the day, toxic relationships are not healthy for you as a person. They're gonna bring you down. They're gonna make you mentally just not stable. And at that point, it's dangerous. Next, controlling. If this person is always controlling you, oh, you can't wear lip gloss, you can't wear makeup, oh, that outfit, you can't wear it. You can't go there. You can't hang out with them. Oh, you can't work there no more. Oh, you can't go to there because it be too many dudes looking at you, or it be too many girls looking at you. Are you my mama? Are you my daddy? Are you my grandma? What are you doing? At this point, you're doing too much. But yes, at this point, you're doing too much. And I'm grown. I'm going to do what I want to do at the end of the day. I'm going to respect your thoughts, your considerations, and stuff like that. But you're not going to tell me what I can and cannot wear. You're not going to tell me what I can and cannot do. Because we're not married. And even in my marriage, you're not going to tell me what I can and cannot do. Okay. Next. If they make you feel unworthy, they gotta go. Because at the end of the day, you a king, you a queen. Okay? Queen, king. That's what you are. You should feel as though that's what you are. Your significant other should be making you feel as though that's what you are as well. Excuse the dog, y'all. So they should be making you feel as though that's what you are. You are a queen. They should be making you feel as though you're a queen. Or your girlfriend, if you're a guy watching this and your girlfriend, she should make you feel as though you're a king. You should never feel unworthy in a relationship. You should never feel like you're not enough, because you are. And if they're making you feel like you're not enough, then maybe that's not the person for you. That's not the person you're supposed to be spending your life with. And every relationship is a lesson. Every relationship that doesn't work out is a lesson at the end of the day. But some lessons you gotta learn quick. You don't need to drag on lessons sometimes, because it's not good. So if you ever feel that you're unworthy or that you're not enough in a relationship, you need to reevaluate. You need to take a step back and look and maybe get some other opinions, because that's gonna change, you know? If you feel trapped, like you can't get out, like you can't talk to them about anything, like you just can't leave, like you're just forced to stay there, that is really toxic. You might want to get some help at that point, because that's just real toxic. If that person is crazy and they're like, if you ever try to leave me, I'm gonna do this, and that. Yeah, people joke. Even if you're joking, that's gotta stop. Because I'm at this point, something's wrong with you, and you're not about to put me in danger. You're not about to have me fearing for my life. Okay, no. Toxic. Capital T, capital O, capital X, capital I, capital C. Toxic. Period. We're not trapped in a closet here. No. We're leaving. If there's a lack of self-worth, that's with the unworthiness, self-worth. You need to be lifted up. You need to be inspired. You need to be respected. You need to be loved. You need to be cherished. All of that. Any relationship, period. And if there's a lack of self-worth, or if they don't care enough about themselves to care about you, something's wrong. Because you need to care about me. Show me that I am more than enough. Show me that I am enough. Show me that you care about yourself enough to care about me, to love me, to cherish me, to make sure I'm good. You know? Self-worth is important from you and from them. Y'all both need to have self-worth, because that's going to come together and it's going to be beautiful. And so if he or she don't have self-worth, but you do, yeah. You can show them all you want, but if they don't see it and they're not willing, it's not good. And then the last thing, of course, there's more toxic traits and everything, but the last thing on my list is bringing out the worst in you. Anytime a person brings out the worst in you, they're not good for you. Friendship, family member, anything, they're not good for you. So if you're noticing that, you're always mad, you're always angry, you're not handling your responsibilities, not doing what you need to do, then that person's bringing out the worst in you. If you're always negative when they're around you, if you're not going to work, you're not going to class, you slacking off, they're bringing out the worst in you, and they're not good for you. come on now. You want somebody that's going to bring out the best in you, that's going to inspire you to be the best you can be, to be the you that you know you can be. And if they're not doing that and they're just bringing out all of this your bad traits, your negative traits, your toxicness within yourself, they're bringing that out of you, they're not good for you. They're toxic themselves. And if they're not being the best them they can be, you can try to help them, reach their potential. But if they're not willing to reach their potential and they're not willing to go the extra mile to do that, then they gotta go. It's not good at all, period. Like, I'm looking back on relationships that I've been in and stuff like that, or like, just people that I've talked to, and a lot of those were toxic. And it's like, it took me to get older and to grow up and to mature to see that, like, okay, that was something that I really shouldn't have been tolerating. That is something I really shouldn't have been accepting. That is something I really shouldn't have been putting myself in. That situation, period. And, sometimes a person has to talk to you and show you, the better side of things for you to realize, like, dang, that was really bad. That was not a relationship at all. That was super off the wall. Like, what was I even thinking? And, when we're young, we just want to be in a relationship, so we settle. But it's like when you get older, you're just like, I'm not settling anymore because I know my self-worth. I know what I deserve, and that's what I want. Simply, I want what I deserve. Simple, period, point blank. And I'm not going to settle for anything because I know my worth and I know what I deserve. So at the end of the day, if you're in a relationship and any of these things are happening, like I said, there's the list goes on and on. But if any of these things are happening, because these are the major things that, like, I see and I experience, you just need to think. You just need to take a day to reflect and think and just be like, okay, I can see them changing or I can't see them changing. And if you can't see them changing, then you must go. Because that's what's going to be best for you. And it's like some of these traits are things that are always going to happen. If it's been happening since day one and it's only getting worse and it's only like each month traits have been added, they're not going to change. That's just who they are. Because when a person gets more comfortable with you, that's when they start showing you their true colors and what they really are and who they really are. Simple. That's just life in general. When a person gets comfortable with you, they're going to start opening up and showing you who they really are. And if you're seeing these things as a person, as you're getting more comfortable in knowing a person, and all of these things or some of these things are starting to come out, then I recommend just cutting ties, like, before you get too invested. Because at the end of the day, you have to make sure you're good. You have to make sure you're straight. You have to make sure you're safe and you're comfortable, okay, in any relationship. And that's just that, like, and I know sometimes it's too, like, people feel like it's too late. Like, I'm already too invested. Like, we've already been together a year and all of this and all of that. It's never too late. So many marriages end because a person just waited. You can prevent yourself so much more pain if you just, take the steps that you need to take in the beginning. Because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to let that person go. Especially if you love that person or if you have strong feelings for that person. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to let them go. And you have to let them go because that's what's going to be what's good for you. Simple. But that was my little talk about toxic relationships. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned something, took something away. If you have any input, as always, your comments are welcome. If you have any questions, your comments are always welcome as well. My DMs are always open. My comments are always open. DMs are always open. So, your girl's here to help. Your girl's here to spread wisdom to the universe, to my royal fam. So yes, I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.